Let's get us some cards. Trial 1, let's go. Maybe that chest always has a draft token in it. I don't actually know the answer to that. Alright, so what are we going to do? Are we going to do Freljord attack? I mean, we're not going to do Thresh stuff. This is a hard deck to put together in Limited, I think. So we can do just like Noxus aggro, or we can do some Freljord mid-range. I like Freljord mid-range a lot. Freljord Ionia with, oh my, I actually love hand buff and Zed. It's hard for me to not want to run this. I also don't think this works well with, well, actually, this can easily work well with Freljord. Like, this is clearly Scars, right? But yeah, we're gonna go here. Alright, so we're gonna go like a lot of hand buff. We want to Enlighten. They nerfed Enlighten this patch, but we already have a Gringulate Elder. We're gonna try. We're gonna try the hand buff side. Lifesteal and shields. Some more freezing for Ashe though is good. Yeah, this is more reliable I think right now. This is good card. These are good. Yeah, these are the best cards. Entreat's alright. Actually, Entreat's quite good in this deck because my champions are some of my best cards. I don't want this ever. I don't want this. This is too hard to use. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's a little bit too hard to use in Limited. Get some top end. I'm not super spell heavy. Humidor's okay. Tarkaz is kind of hard to use. Jewel Protect. Yeah, let's do this. Harsh Winds, Bull, Elnuck. I don't think I can get into Elnuck's when we're at 8 of 15 already. Okay, I'm a little heavy right now. There's some early game. I'm not gonna do Allegiance. Recall Gringblade sounds good. I'm very slow, which is the only problem here. This helps. That helps actually a little bit too. Let's go here. Early game cards. Seer Catalyst seems fine. Solitary Monk is, I think, actually a little bit too hard to use. I actually hate Stone Seeds after the nerf. So let's go here. This is pretty good. This is fine. This is quite good as well. This is a tough call. Let's go here. This is solid, but it's more endgame. This is Allegiance. I like this. Sparring Mentor. Oh, Minox Sentry is very good. Let's see. What curve looks okay? My endgame's pretty solid. I have 2 Wild Claws and 2 Agile Protectors. I could go a little bit heavier. I only have 1. I only have 1 ramp card. Let's go here though. Card draw's always good. All right, Catalyst out. Nope. Trapper out for Will might be correct. Mentor for Windfare Hatchling. Nah. This is the only one I'm considering. How much removal do I have? So I have 2 Brittle Steels, which is maybe 1 more than I need. 1 Flash Freeze. Then a Rhyme Test Shaman. So I have like some freezing. 3 Elders is awesome. I want to be really minion heavy because of this, so I don't want to drop Trapper. Let's not do it. Catalyst out. We're gonna play Catalyst on 3 or 4. I'm not sure Catalyst actually does anything on my deck. By the time I can play it, I can already play every other minion I have. So let's actually drop that for Stalking Wolf. There's like literally 2 cards that would not be playable the turn after that anyway. So let's go. Alrighty. Vlad and Anivia. And Anivia can block. Remember that. Learn. Actually, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to keep all these cards. Although, I'm not attacking on 1, so I could have dropped Navori Blade Scout. I don't really have a reason to play Navori Blade Scout on 1. Unless they have some kind of, like, minion I care about. This could have been dropped. Oh, well. Will I trade with Lonely Poro? I won't, because I'm gonna hit sometime later when it has Elusive. I don't care about this trade at all. The only time I care is like round 4 when you play Poro Herder. But they're gonna have another Poro by then because only Poro literally makes a Poro. Okay, so we're gonna play this on 2, this on 3, this on 4. This is awesome. Like, look how good this is. Even makes the Blade Scout good. He's a 3/2. Owls wait and block because I'd rather get rid of the 2/1 than the 1/1, even though it means my opponent draws a card. Having the option of blocking is better here. Brutal Steel also helps with this kind of stuff. So we're going to play Green Glade every time. And I'm honestly okay with Brittle Steel to keep a unit alive. That's fine. Green Glade comes down. This can kill Plucky Poro. This can kill him. And honestly, I mean, do I really want to play Brittle Steel to not draw a card? Like, what choices am I making around? Like, this can get rid of Poros. I'm going to save the freeze. There's the Poro. The 6/4 Ashe, gigantic card. Ashe is so good. At least in limited, but like I think she's very good in constructed too.
Swiftly now.
Freeze you. The 2/1's not going to do much to her. Great, that's easy. Am I worried about Avalanche? I am, right? Avalanche matters to me. Anivia matters to me. Yeah, let's remove all of your ways of stopping Ashe. Avalanche would have hit his own unit. Like I realize Avalanche is not a great play right now for them. But I just like being invincible. Alright, Rhyme Tusk on 5 sounds great. I'll like completely lock my opponent out of playing the game. Limited is so minion heavy. And just like all the minions are just like useless. Oh, perfect. Great. Alright. So we can't play Rhyme Tusk because she'll just die. I don't mind Central. So I need to float off mana, right? So it's like I need to spend 1, so I have 4 mana to spend. I can go Zed Blade Scout, which is okay-ish, or I can go like Avaros and Sentry Blade Scout, but I can't go Sentry Zed. So I guess it's Zed Blade Scout. And we play Blade Scout so that Blade Scout can fight on board. Blade Scout can fight this.
Quietly. Don't have I got it.
And then after this swing, I can just play Zed.
I'll cut them apart.
Yep, so here's this. I think they should probably consider swinging. They didn't. Okay. Brittle Steel number 2. Ashe is at 3 of 5. Should play at 4 of 5 next round. If I had Rhyme Test Shaman playable, she would actually level up at the end of at the start of the next combat. All right, so I don't care about Avalanche because 3 health on Zed. I'm in a very, very good spot. Is Avalanche broken? I don't think so. Avalanche is certainly good, but I think you can actually play around it without much difficulty. Here's Avalanche. That's fine. And he survives damage, so you can get it in hand. That's nice. But, hand buff. And this is why, by the way, I froze the 2/1 the round before. Because that exact play was going to happen.
Show me a target.
I could summon Avaros and Sentry. Honestly, whatever minion they play gets frozen by Ashe anyway, so only thing I'm worried about is Avalanche itself. I'm going to play around second Avalanche and just strike. This literally plays around exactly second Avalanche. But, you know, my opponent's going to have to block 6 damage. Like, if I have a play. I have 2 different plays. If you don't block Zed, Zed levels up. Not that it really matters, because that'll die to Avalanche. But if you Avalanche to kill Ashe, I can Frostbite some other unit if they don't block here. If they do block here, Frostbite will hit enemies. Now, what I could do, if I really, really want to peg Avalanche, I can Frostbite this again and Ashe levels up. Actually, what I really should have done is Frostbitten before the attack. Ashe would have leveled up on her attack, made this can't block 7 + 4 + 4. I would have done 15 damage without a blocker. And then cleaned up from there. Again, it's not a big enough deal for me. If I had thought of doing it beforehand, such that you couldn't block Ashe, it would have been worth it. My opponent has second Avalanche. That's not the end of the world. We still have good cards. This will still lock down whatever big unit they play. If my opponent didn't have Avalanche, they would have blocked Zed. I'm pretty confident.
I found my family.
Okay, but now they can't Avalanche without killing it, so maybe not. We're just going to play Sentry. I have the option of Flash Freezing in response to Avalanche.
You'll live, probably.
That's a nice card. That's a good play. Alright. Will that happen? Ashe will level up and be a 7-3 next round. I'm in a really good spot right now. I'm like really, really far ahead, I think. Like, my opponent has generated some cards, but my board is so scary.
I've dressed for the occasion.
He'll actually kill his own unit, so I don't really care that much. We're going to play Starlit Seer so that I can get the buff off of Flash Freeze. So you need to give Crimson Curator health, or you're going to run out of stuff. Now, what's interesting, by the way, is if I had frozen the old Crimson Curator in the previous round, it would still be alive now. It would be a 3-2, and Vladimir could do the big buff thing. Okay, so we're going to take the risk, and we're going to Rhyme Tusk Shaman here. Again, Avalanche doesn't win my opponent the game. I can freeze something, and it's fine. This will level up Ashe at the start of round. This will be frozen. She will then freeze this as well, and I have too much damage to the board. And I can still afford Flash Freeze in response to Avalanche.
I'd let them live.
Ready the torches.
We block here, that's enough. I'm not going to die here. If you do something like something really ridiculous, I can still freeze. But this just like removes one more blocker, so it's like even easier for me to attack my opponent. So Vlad's getting frozen here, and then she's gonna freeze there, and it's over. This game has been won. I don't think my opponent has any good way of winning this game anymore. So that's frozen. Ashe levels up.
Avarosa, guide me. As the arrow flies.
My opponent literally has no blockers, and they're at -10. We did it. Alright, what up? I think I want second Ashe more than I want second Zed. I think Ashe is more of a win condition limited than Zed is. Zed is actually removable. People draft Mystic Shot and things like that. Okay. Outriders is not a good card. I don't care about this. We just take the Ashe package, even though Outriders is not good here. I'm going to drop the ranked win-loss for now, because we're not playing ranked. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Alright, I modded you if you want to, you know, chat with people. It also means you have, like, that cool looking icons that people know that you mean business. We probably keep this. Keep the Elder, otherwise we throw everything back. Look for things that Elder can buff. Okay, you know what? This is a weird hand. I'm sorry, I was focusing on the game. I didn't see you in chat. Alright, so I guess we buff Outriders as my single strongest card. This is not pretty at all. This is not a great hand. I would love to find Ashe or Zed, but there's only 3 copies of Champions. Jinx Callista. Okay. Yep, there's Ashe. Well, I was one short. If I had chosen to get rid of the second Green or the Flash Freeze, it would have been fine. But I didn't know. Imagine this hits, though. Like, what's my card ratio? I don't actually know. I haven't looked. I'm probably Freljord heavy. This is fine. They actually both get the buff. Obviously, we'll let that go through. Skip block. Instant Green Elder.
Traditions are lost if not.
We play Ashe, obviously, more than we play Outriders. Now, the one downside is if I play Ashe and she lives, then I play Elders, it will not buff this Ashe because she's temporarily Flash Freeze. At least last night I played this sort of style of deck, it did not think that this was a champion underneath. They did not get the buff. It's not the end of the world. It's unlucky. 13 Ionia? Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that. So Ashe wins the board. Very few things can stop her. One of those things, though, is Thermogenic Beam, which honestly is still +1 mana for me, so it's not the end of the world. If you know Thermogenic, though, this is frozen, and Ashe gets through. Pretty much only Thermogenic or, like, you know, double Mystic Shot. Because even, like, Grasp can't kill, and what's it called? Black Spear can't kill, so... Yeah, so we're gonna do this. Right, we freeze the 2/3. The 1/1s can't get blocked. You can... he'll probably jump block 1 damage here, but I don't think he wants to die to Ashe. So this is temporarily Flash Freeze and not Ashe. Huh, didn't jump 1 damage. I'm surprised at that. Maybe he's playing around Avalanche? I don't know. I'd probably play Grigglade Elder. Even though I missed this. It's not the end of the world. That's a good play. Alright, well we play Greenglade. We have enough mana to freeze something.
No greater gift than knowledge.
Buff 2 units. This is not bigger. It's just interesting that it doesn't even show that the copy back there is big, but whatever. Thermogenic for 4. Yep, that gets her. I'm out of mana to play the Ashe back here, and it's going to be a 6/4 Ashe. Yep, it missed the buff. That's fine, though, because I can put this 3/2 down, and the 3/2 fights the 3/3 and draws a card. I don't mind chump blocking the 4/4 either.
Ready the torches.
This is fine. I think preserving the life total is correct.
My sweet one. Alert the village.
So it's 13 and 23? 24, I think, in the deck. So odds are about 2-1 that Outriders hits. But we also just play Ashe because it's Ashe. 6 mana, they cannot direct kill. 4/3 gets frozen up. But we have enough mana for Flash Freeze. Do I care about playing Omen Hawk here? I don't, right? Omen Hawk doesn't do anything special. The 2/2 gets stopped by the 2/3, so it's actually not great there. If I wanted to go wide, I could play Omen Hawk and then just, like, have another 1/1 on the board. But I need to save mana for Flash Freeze, because if they play, you know, some kind of good 6-drop, this doesn't get frozen, it can block Ashe, and be able to Flash Freeze it. Any special rewards for ranked in LOR? To my knowledge right now, it's just, hey, it's ranked. Play ranked because ranked is ranked. How am I on freezing? Not great yet. Well, we freeze the 4/4, and then we manually freeze the 4/3. That's always the play, right? I mean, it gives XP to Ashe. The 4/3 will die, which is useful. You should, you know, snap block this. Yep. Ashe is going to level up soon, which is nice. Ashe is at 3 of 5 XP.
Strike now.
Which means next round, Harsh Winds will level up Ashe. When Ashe levels up, it puts Enchanted Crystal Arrow on the top of the deck. Which is really quite strong. Frostbite enemy, the Frostbite things with less health. Yeah. So, This lets me push towards Ashe leveling up. Here comes Black Spear or something. Maybe it's the revive. Yeah, Black Spear's not going to kill. That's okay. I mean, she's going to get like Withering Wailed or something really soon. Like there's some kind of 1 damage ping in that deck, like for sure in that hand.
Show them the way.
That's okay though, because in response to that spell coming out, I'm just going to Harsh Winds and level her up. So she'll actually live. And so the only reason she's going to live is because I went for the attack. Because I attacked, I got a freeze there. And I can Harsh Winds in reaction to 1 damage. So when you go for your Spider Ping right now, Harsh Winds makes her live. Crystal Arrow guarantees allegiance. You're a genius. Yeah, it's not enough mana, but oh my god, I didn't think of that. That's so good. Wow. Yeah, good call, chat. Thank you, a gaudy one. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. Is this Withering Wail? It's Grasp. Okay, Grasp kills her anyway. I think it's correct to still level her up to get the card. Crystal Arrow is such a good card. Like, I'm going to get attacked anyway. It's going to hurt a lot. So I think I do this anyway just to put Crystal Arrow in my deck. She still dies. I have no other copies of the card. But this gives me Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Which, you know what? I'll take it.
Is true.
Still dies.
Unify the tribes.
Yep, okay. Okay. Alright, so I have, what, 9 total mana? I think we play Outriders. We hope we get lucky. 6 damage Overwhelm is quite good. And then whenever we freeze, we get the entire rest of their board frozen. Frozen, 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 frozen. Now, they can still block because I don't have Ashe in play. Oh, wait, no! I can block unit plays. I can Stalking Wolf, and it just throws up a bird, or a hare, and they can't do anything. I think that's correct, right? If they want a Ruination, I think my hand's still okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, it's enough mana too. So I can Jeweled Protector or Outriders. You cannot play any units. Do you want to play anything else? You can still play Butcher, by the way, on full boards. Yeah, you can play Crocolith. Okay. That hurts a lot, actually. They lose one of them at least, though. It's not the end of the world. Alright. Stalking Wolf still lets me harass something, though. So we play Outriders or we play Protector? I think we play Outriders. We play Outriders. 6/6 Overwhelm. Oh, it hit! Pog. We freeze, what, the 7/7? We freeze the 7/7. These all get small. And we challenge with Stalking Wolf. Okay, so we do that. This beats everything on board. Now the question is, what do we want to challenge? Oh, this is also pretty nice. No, it doesn't do anything for me right now. So we can do this, and we can do that. Nothing else is very important here, right? They have 2 4/4s chillin'. The other option is we kill, like, the Aeronaut or something. But that seems not useful. These aren't very useful either, except they would damage this into Brittle Steel territory, but we're going to Brittle Steel that every time. So I think we just always do the 4 damage here. Because, like, losing it for the 4/4 doesn't seem very useful. I think it's just this. It's this every time. Okay. Well, we got 5 damage, and whenever I top deck, if it's Zed, it's hilarious. I have 1 Zed and 20 cards. Odds are low. In fact, it can't be Zed because my top card is Freljord. So it's some random card. You know what? I don't mind Shadow Shift being here. Recall an ally, summon a living shadow. That sounds great. Okay, so here we go. I think now we do this. We do that. Do we care about jump blocking? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Yeah, we do.
I will teach you. Intruders, stay back.
This lets me use my fast effect freeze in case I need it for something. This should be fine, right? Is it okay sequencing? We're going to hold on to Brittle Steel just in case. In case there's some really good reason why. I think so. I can even Shadow Shift if I really have to. I shouldn't, but if I really have to. Okay, this should be fine. The 6-2 is still really good. Everything that they own can be stopped with Brittle Steel. The question is, do I want to Shadow Shift something? And I don't think I do. I have to wait till I draw a unit for a Jewel Protector to be good. Which is a little unlucky. Copy of something that died. Please not... You know what? If it's 7/7, it's okay. That died this game. Okay, there's a million options. Shadow Shifting this doesn't seem very good. We could Jewel Protector. Nothing, really. That's fine. The 6-2, I could always freeze to give it combat priority, which is probably going to happen. Okay, they got a 2-mana 4/4. That's fine. That's a good card. And my cards are just slightly awkward. I'm also going to run out of time really fast. So I have to get a lot done next round. So something like recall Greenglade Elder, buff it with Protector, replay Greenglade Elder. Also, the top minion in my deck has Overwhelm. And my deck is mostly minions, so I should be drawing the Overwhelm minion very soon. It should be like now. Like, this is the card. It is. This is really good. Oh my gosh, he's gigantic. And he is, oh my god, he's huge. He's going to be an 8/9. Now, only one copy has Overwhelm, though. It's my stats, not my stats and keywords. But, here we are.
We don't want any trouble.
Roughly the best possible draw. Pretty much, right? Now, we don't want to attack with those because they die for free. But, wow, you're at negative 13. Now, there's enough blockers, right? Like, these will always just get blocked by something. There's not a lot of value here. So, I don't think it's ever worth it, right? So, 4, 5, 6 goes over the top. This gets chumped. These just get blocked anyway. I don't think anything good happens here. So, I don't think this is going to help. If I'm wrong, I feel bad. The only thing this is actually bad against is the 4/4, but why not just throw the 4/4 there? This is 14 overwhelms. You need 5 toughness, which they have. I guess this forces the rest of the blocks to happen. Yeah, okay, the more I think about it, the more it was probably correct to just swing at the rest of the board. Down to 2. It would have forced this to get blocked there. Okay, yeah. In retrospect. In retrospect, I should have. I mean, this would have done nothing, but this would have been worthwhile. And even then, with this, I could have always shadow shifted. Alright, this is worth Brittle Stealing to keep this in a good spot. I could Brittle Steel to drop 4 attack damage next round, which is maybe better. It's a tough call. Do I want to keep 6-2 alive? I have so few Brittle Steel targets. I probably do want to keep it alive. Just like there's going to be like some version of this 4-3 getting frozen that helps me win the game. It's probably less likely than the 6-2 winning me the game, but like there's a version of the game where like freezing that 4-3 matters. Another card created. Ouch. Shadow shifting this doesn't matter. Shifting that doesn't matter. Good card engine, though. They've got a lot of draws. Ruination? Mist's Call. Revive it allied round. Okay, so they're getting a 4/4. Oh, there's so many cards! So many cards. I'm still ahead, right? Like, my board is better, but you've got some good cards. They've got a lot of that happening. Oh, they can't revive it. Okay, so they just turned it into a 4/4, which is obviously fine and quite powerful. Okay. Again, there's no good recall effects here. The 8/5 is best it's gonna get. Omen Hawk, Riders, Jewel Protector, really big card. Stalking Wolf is actually fine because the summon fizzles. All right, here we are. 3/3, 8/6. 2/2 doesn't do anything good. 6/2 is okay. 8/5.
I'm trying to feed my family.
Nothing else is 2 health, so like this is just a chump. It's a pure chump block. Is this fine? This is probably fine, right? Does chump blocking matter here? Probably not. I have an 8/2 overwhelm. Yeah, this should be fine. Two is doing nothing else. You know what? That's a fair point. But I'm not sure it needs to do anything right now. I think it's okay to do something eventually. Now here's a question. Do I Shadow Shift to buff this? Like, when is this spell going to do anything? I think for now we wait. Because I have lethal on board, I don't have to do anything. I can wait to see what my opponent does. You have so many cards. Like, you've got like 7 of these. You've got so many of these 4/4s. Alright, I still have lethal on board. Still have lethal on board. Because nothing can stop this. We just hold on to these, I think, right?
Those pockets look awful heavy.
Alright, cool. Yep, 8/2 overwhelm's too much. Okay. There's a way to preview the music of the boards you could buy. I do not know. There's probably stuff on YouTube somewhere, but I'm not sure where you'd find it. Okay. Time for a switch over pick. 20 and 13. Okay, yeah, so that's not bad. Alright, Recall out, Disciplines in is probably better. Blade Scout out, Wild Claw in is whatever. Shadow Shift out, Green Glade Duo in is probably positive. Let's do this. It's so hard to find uses for Shadow Shift. Alright, I'll be right back. Gonna go pee, and I'll see you in a sec. What's up, fellow gamers? Let's do it big. Man, we're dropping viewers. That's actually kind of funny. Almost every time when I stream, I gain viewers over time. People are losing interest in my stream. I'm actually curious why. Anyone who's considering leaving, please tell me why you wanted to leave. Because I like this game a lot. I want to stream it a lot. I really have fun playing this game. I'm just kind of curious. Okay, Greenglade into Ginku is actually really good. Harshman's I can hold on to. Yeah. Elder into Lifeblade is great because I have 3 damage lifesteal. It's possible people are gaining access thus and thus playing instead of watching streams. I mean, that's somewhat true, but other streamers are gaining viewers. I guess it's going up and down over time. But like, for example, when it started today, I had similar viewers. I was like maybe half the viewership of Swim, and he's now 10x. Okay, so he has this 3-2 challenger. How do I want to play around this? If I Stalking Wolf, he can just like fight Stalking Wolf, but that's okay. Stalking Wolf fighting Stalking Wolf was fine with me. Do I care about trading these? Okay, so why would this happen? What does my opponent care about doing here? So Freljord does have a 1 damage ping, which I think is going to happen here. They have a 1 damage ping. Now what's really weird is my 3-2 can kill his 0-3. Right? My 3-2 can kill his 0-3. So, like, there's a lot of good reasons for my opponent to... I think I just take this blank. Because I'm not going to play Elder into the 3-2. And I think I'm going to hold on to Greenglade Duo. Like, this is always right. Mono Freljord is also, I would argue, pretty weak as a mono archetype. Big streamers talk to chat a lot. You know what? That's fair. I don't chat to chat a lot. I will try to do a better job of that. I know it's something that people really do tend to enjoy, so let me try to spend some time on that a bit more.
What would you wish to learn?
Maybe my EU viewers are going to bed. It's only 11 p.m. in Europe, though. Australians are definitely asleep. I feel like I get Aussie streamers Aussie viewers a fair bit in like East Asia. So what's interesting for me is like, Nardio, I appreciate the comment. Again, everyone who does chat, thank you so much. I love you all. I don't tend to slow down my play just for the conversation. I actually just sort of actively talk through what I'm thinking of. That's how I feel. That's what I feel like I'm doing. Doesn't mean it's for sure true. Okay, so I can, yeah, this is fine. I can brittle steel to protect Ashe. Everything that can attack me is brittle stealable. Okay. The 3-2 probably shouldn't challenge Ashe. Okay, why are you challenging Ashe? Because I will just... Ah, that's why. There you go. Okay, that's fine. Yep, that makes sense. We take it. The 3-1 gets frozen. We pass. That's fine. Okay, we consider... Here's the big option, right? Is how do I want to play Ashe right now? Because... we can do this. Yeah, this is correct to do. We make the snap call. Like, my turn 5 play is add Kinku Lifeblade, which is fine. But, like, this is a really dominant position. We get to kill another Unscarred Reaver for free. Nothing can block Ashe cleanly. And my opponent could have developed something on 5 that I would have cared about. There's not a lot that they could have done that I would have cared about, but the plays existed. Alright, what's the play here? Elixir of Iron?
Sometimes I see heart.
Cool. Yeah, cool. So for 1 mana, they get a 3-2. That's really good. Yeah, you have a 1 mana 3-2. Good job. That's a great play. Alright.
It is the mustache.
Okay, so let's see. What are we playing here? Lifeblade? Probably Lifeblade.
These are dangerous lands.
I wasn't afraid of any like spells coming down and killing me, so I didn't need to like float the mana for Spirit's Refuge or Flash Freeze. Also, tons of damage. You felt both embarrassed and proud of Set's spotlight. I understand that. Why is it making a tutorial again? Because it reset the entire game. Everyone's accounts got reset to square 0.
Let's show our friends this door. We should be friends.
That will never happen again. That is the last time. But it is the case here. Okay, so there's that. I'm okay to burn Brittle Steel on this. Actually, let's see. So what are we looking at here? 6 damage. I don't mind this, although I'll probably freeze it. Do I want to double freeze? I don't really want to double freeze. Also, correct to block here first and then have the attackers come afterwards, so my life still does nothing. I don't think double freezing is correct.
These are our lands.
I think we freeze 1, though. We go on from there. Basically, I'm just going to save 3 health on Ashe here. The other blocks I don't care about that much. If I really need to, I still have Spirit's Refuge and Flash Freeze. Okay. We get so technically Avalanche. No, Avalanche is a bad play because of Braum.
Hang on, Buzzball.
They will almost definitely not Avalanche here. Even then, it's a 1-for-1 without buffing him, so it's fine. Well, it's actually 2-for-1 because Avalanche costs the card. Yeah, if you spent money, you got the currency back. Deal 1 to a unit, sure. Sure, okay, acceptable. I understand. I knew they had that card. Alright, we can play another Stalking Wolf. That's going to get frozen by Ashe going in. Okay, now that's going to get frozen by Ashe going in. I'm okay with another Stalking Wolf here, actually. This Yeti's getting frozen, and we're just going to strike with, like, everyone. The only thing that's going to happen here is it means the Green Glade Duo doesn't get to get more attack, but that's fine. Okay. So let's attack with the whole board. And let's see what we can pull in. So we're going to freeze the 5/5. Let's make you block there and take damage. Let's take down the 3/1. And now no one is actually threatening Ashe very well. Exactly one person can block Ashe. If it's Braum, he's going to be real sad. If it's a Snowhair, that's fine too. Elusives obviously get through. This is a pretty good attack. And Ashe is 2 XP away. And if some kind of cataclysmic damage comes through, I always still have Spirit's Refuge. Alright, this is pretty good. That's trade is fine. Don't need to heal for 3 because I'm full health anyway. Cool, I'm in a good spot here. Avalanche is still not great for you. Might get played here. Catalyst, okay, fine. They're going to be on 9 next round. Probably play Sentry. Okay, they're on 10 next round. Fair enough. I mean, we'll see what comes down, but they're out of cards, so... really, it's not a problem. Like, even if they play She Who Wanders, it's going to kill herself, because I have Flash Freeze here. Press A and attacks with your full board. Now I kind of wish I had something to play with that, but oh well. Again, Avalanche is not particularly good right now. I mean, it's fine, but like I said, it's not particularly good. Let's take the draw card. The 1/1 obviously is pretty bad. Braum is pretty bad. They don't have Transfusion. I don't think Freljord can get damage. Ah, that's a smart play. Okay. They should do that, though. I mean, he wants to level up. He wants to... That's... Yeah. The 2/1 is correct. Yep. There's that. There's that. That's just the play. I don't really want to keep this alive with spirits. I don't care. So that happens. I could have frozen it. Again, I don't really care. I'm mostly worried about, like, They Who Endure, She Who Wanders coming out and blowing the game open, so we're going to Flash Freeze for a big drop. Like, I win slightly more when the Yeti is gone and the Stalking Wolf stays up, but the chance of I losing when a bomb comes out goes down a lot when I got Flash Freeze. We keep this to find buffs. At some point, I need to use Spirit's Refuge. That's fine, because I can still freeze it with Ashe. Okay, so if I use Flash Freeze actively, we can freeze, and they all can't block. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 from level up. I don't have lethal. So there's not really a point to me. Actually, if I summon after the round, then it's 19 because it buffs her by 1. So we'll wait. We'll see what we get. There should be a news button on the Play Runeterra homepage. All right, this is now very good. Oh wait, we should. I can't buff him, and well, actually, if I buff him, I can't play my spells. That seems wrong. So I think we just play blank Zed. I actually have lethal on board, and I actually want flash freeze because it levels up Ashe. Okay, this is great. We're in a really good spot here. So we're gonna do this, and we're going to snap flash freeze here. This will guarantee that Ashe levels up. These two will not be able to block. He will not be able to block. They will only have the snow hair, and snow hair can block enough damage that they don't die.
The time is right. Strike now.
Like, they can block Ashe and live. But my attack is really powerful here. And they're at -3 otherwise. Oh, the actual League client? If you're on, like, the League of Legends client, there should be a patch notes button somewhere. Otherwise, go to leagueoflegends.com. There's news game updates is a thing. There's a game updates like subheading of news that you should be able to find pretty easily. So that should work. Nothing else can be blocked here, really. You can block 7, 2, or 3. Obviously, you want to block 7. Game has way too many visual effects. Why? There's visual effects to see what comes out. I think that's I like how essentially much art there is in this game. Weird that you froze. I mean, I guess you want to put Ashe down to lower, but that still seems wrong. But hey, you know, you're gonna live. I understand it. No cards left in hand. That's good. Zed doesn't strike, which is obviously pretty important. Okay. I mean, now we, you know, can peg them on not having Avalanche. They only have top decks. Brahm's at 8. Enivia exists. Brahm's going to level up. That's okay. Sentry is obviously a little bit weak here. I will hold on to Crystal Air until the start of next round to freeze this and then draw a card and win the game. Actually, don't want to do that. I think I should freeze the 7/6 right now. They have a 5/5. I'll chump block the 5/5. Is that correct to do? I think it's correct to do. Not take 7? Seems good. And I can just Spirit's Refuge to keep her alive. Like, what are they going to do? Play no cards? So, 0 attack. Already has 0 attack. Now has 0 attack. I draw a card. Let's see what I get. You should technically freeze him too. Oh no, he has non-attack, right? Or sorry, it's based on low health. All right, he's gonna level up. Congratulations.
For the homestead.
I don't want to let you draw a card. Actually, yeah, let's not let you draw a card. We're gonna Spirit's Refuge you. Braum levels up. That doesn't get to do anything. I have no reason to stop this because he just gets to draw a card. So that goes. I will take 3 damage to Nexus here. But we're fine. We pass, and we swing at the board. And I'm pretty sure I can't lose. That gets frozen. That can't block. Only the Sentry can. And no one cares about that. Alright, 3-0. Unless they have some kind of absurdly good top deck. Yeah, I think even double freeze isn't enough. They can stop 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They get, I mean, if they have double freeze, they can stop lethal, but... Alright. Look how pretty this is. Good job, Zed. You were at 20, holding arrow secure lethal next turn, so I would have held it. Yeah, but the problem is, when you play arrow, your opponent can play a card back at you. Crystal Arrow is a slow speed spell. So that's not very useful. I don't plan on second Zed or third Ashe. I kind of like third Ashe, to be honest. The Frostbite archetype is doing really well for me. And Ashe is like really hard to kill in limited. Zed is actually reasonably killable in limited. I think Ashe is like almost unbeatable. I understand the idea, and like I can see why that can be valuable. And I think there are lines of play where that is correct to do. But I was able to, I preferred to grind my opponent down and not have to deal with the 7-6 on defense. Even though, arguably, I maybe could never die to it. I don't know. I can see the logic on either side. I'll look at a drop Starlit Seer. This is a good one too, though. This is a pretty solid 1-2-3. I might hold this just to get the buff. Always Omen Hawk. Any chance for Shurima cards in the oven? I would not be surprised to see an eventual expansion with Shurima in it. That would make sense to me to see. Updating my stream title because I can. Mention that I'm playing Expedition. I am always blocking this. This is always good for me. Honestly, I don't care enough to burn Brittle Steel to keep this alive. You go for it, bud. Take it away. This is Zed, Shen, Fiora. Brittle Steel is far more important for them. Okay, so Avaros and Sentry. Snap Call in 2. Probably fine. I'm gonna wait till I draw a unit. Whatever gets maybe when both of my Omen Hawk buffs come in, I'll Greenglade Elder both of them and they'll just like be really OP. Okay, so there's one Stalking Wolf. Do I Elder now? Is it correct to Elder now? I think it's not correct to Elder now. Stalking Wolf is quite good here. It kills almost everything, and I can back it up with Brittle Steel. This beats everything on the board. This beats absolutely everything. There is not a single play my opponent can make that is actually good here. I'm happy to trade this because I want to draw the card. Helps Greenglade Elder. I want to get rid of this because I don't want it to start challenging stuff and making my life hard. This has to go up a card here. This, like, exists, but whatever. Okay, I'm +1 card now. Spirit's Refuge. So, Tracker lives and heals for 2. Well, heals for 1. Sure. You spent 4 mana to keep a 1-drop alive. That's okay with me. Okay, that's a cool card. We probably buff the Stalking Wolf. So we end the round. We play Elder on 4. We play Protector on 5. We play Stalking Wolf on 6. That seems decent. I get a 5 mana 5/5 and I get a 2 mana 7/6. That's pretty good. Sown Seeds. 3 cards. Okay. Elder's always fine here.
No greater gift than knowledge.
Zed, Shen, Fiora is the deck. You're not going to attack. Although the 2-1 killing the 4-1 seems like a really good play. But you do you. I would like to find a champion, please. I'd rather buff Greenglade Duo than Stalking Wolf. Probably. 5/5 is a really good card. Yeah, this is gonna like win me the game outright. I don't think my opponent's drafting much elusive here. Alright, so we're doing pretty well, I think. We're doing pretty well. There's your Greenglade Duo, that's cute. These are both good attacks. If you had played a champion, I would have done something with it. Also, so you still have 3 units in hand, by the way, because you top decked Greenglade Duo and didn't do anything with any of the units that got buffed. I mean, they're trying to get, you know, Greenglade Duo to get buffed, right? They're looking for some units to play. Shout out Nyla, the grubby sub. I like Grubby, he's a good guy. Cool. Yep, we wait. Waiting to have my top end. I have 3 Ashes and 26 cards. I have some more freeze effects, which isn't bad, but I'm waiting to see the big stuff come out. Hopefully whatever gets played is killable. Okay, that's good, it is. We play Greenglade Duo, because Greenglade Duo can kill this guy. He's going to give someone barrier, which I'm going to be sad about. I mean, Shen dies to a lot of things that I have in hand. There's almost certainly barrier somewhere in this. Okay, that's going to challenge him. Block there, block there. Really? But I can still kill Shen. That's a weird choice. Like, I'll just do that. Like, this is fine with me. I kill Shen and take 3. Like, that's... Yeah, let's do it. Whenever you play fast effects, I have my own. Actually, I can do this, probably. Here's the first one. Oh, okay. In which case, we double freeze, right? We just double freeze. Yeah. Because I couldn't play Brittle Steel, and I couldn't Refuge plus Flash Freeze, so... I mean, I guess we spend 1 more mana, but we also actually get some damage across. Like, Shen goes down 2 life. And if it wasn't for Barrier, you know, would have been even farther ahead. Cool, another Harsh Winds. I can't Harsh Winds and Stalking Wolf, but do I want a Stalking Wolf empty? Probably not. Kill Shen, these attacks are all good. This can get blocked, but I don't care. How close is he? Not close at all. On leveling.
Where are you going?
Remember when this could have killed a different unit a while ago? Remember that? Remember those good old times? Those were good times.
Hang on, sir.
Okay, so I'm up 3 cards, right? 1 in hand and 2 in play. These can be hard to use. I need to start kind of more aggressively protecting my good cards. Because I'm out of cards. Okay, so I can freeze Zed for free. That's good. Cool. Actually, I probably should have played Stalking Wolf. Oh, nice. I have my own Zed. That's a pog. Just going to Brittle Steel that guy. Probably throw the 5/5 there. Him getting 5 attacks is going to be hard. Okay, we're going to have to do double freeze then. This is going to challenge something. Actually, I want to sit like this because... Actually, we can do it this way. This is fine. Nothing he can challenge. He can't survive anything he can challenge. If I played Zed, he'd challenge Zed, and then even though I could freeze it, Zed wouldn't kill him. Okay, here comes this, like, pre-attack buff. Oh. Ooh. Wait, this is fine. This is actually totally fine. I'm going to get even more value out of this. Sure, go for it. So you take my 5/5. We say, yep, you got me. Well played. He's going to challenge the, like, 4/3 or something. Yep, there you go. With 1 mana, there's very little he can do that I care about. I have 3 mana left over, so I can still play a Frostbite effect. And so I think we just double Harsh Winds here. Ashe will level up when I see her. We're like very close to. Yeah, 4 of 5. Everything dies. I get my unit back. She actually gains more attack because the unit got resummoned. Okay, for 1 mana, I don't care what you do. We're just gonna play Zed, and I have lethal on board. I already had lethal. Actually, no, because she's gonna go back to like, what, being 5? Yeah. All right, we win. Cool. 4-0. I drew 0 Ashes. My deck is built around Ashe, and I drew 0 copies. But freeze effects are really strong. Back-to-back is good too. So are freeze effects. Alrighty. Entreat out, Wildclaw in, nah. Protector out, Bjerg in, nah. Highwayman out, Conspirator in, maybe. But Highwayman won me the game a little while ago, so I'm happy to skip this trade. Initially, I was going to drop the Highwayman, but then I realized, actually, I'm getting some really good stuff. Another champion bundle. What do we get this time? We get a Yasuo setup. We get the stun combo. I guess really cool. The prologue, like, it's like, hey, here's some... Change active region anytime. Alright, we're going to start with Shadow Isles. We've got to find a copy of Elise. Champion Capsule is pretty late in. Champion Wildcard is much farther, but... Actually... Let's go Ionia. Because I want to get some, I want to get the elusive cards. I changed my mind. I'm not going Shadow Isles first. What do we got here? Understandable. Understandable. We're 4-0. You know what's funny? People who self-selected on playing ranked day one, like minute one, are almost exclusively good players. 2, 3, 4, is this fine? I'd almost rather keep Harshwinds. Okay, so on 4, I won't have enough to play Harshwinds. This is only playable on round 5. This is actually playable on 4. This is playable on 5, but that seems late. I mean, this is like a 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't hate that. We're against Draven Jinx. I actually want to freeze them. This seems playable. Like, and I get to attack on 3 with Zed, which is really big. Because any unit that they play in these factions probably die, or these regions. I can also consider greeting out. That's fine, I don't care. They get to attack at the start of 2. That's going to hurt. If they summon a unit, though, I get Sentry down first, which is way good for me. So I hope they play another 1. Okay, huge Bog. Sentry comes down. Do I want to stop 3 damage on attack, or do I want to stop 2 damage on defense? It's probably 3 damage on attack. You're trolling.
Look out for reavers.
Like, I will take this, of course. I'm never going to keep hitting me. But that seems wrong.
Alert the village.
Are the rewards next expedition? Yes, yes. If you go 7 wins, you get a crap ton of stuff out of it. It's really strong. It's really, really, really strong. Expeditions are, like, by far the best way to get cards. Okay, so we always set on 3 because this is really far ahead on board. If my opponent someone doesn't have a 3-drop, I, like, win the game outright. This game is, like, actively over if they don't have a card to play. And even if they do, I probably still win the game. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Go lose a card for free. You lose a card for free and I still get 3 Nexus damage. Okay. Ashe on 4 is fine. But, yeah, okay, so... There's a couple plays. There's actually a couple plays that are available here. Because I could go, like, Sentry, Greenglade duo, and then, like, Protector on 5, maybe on the Lifeblade, and just, like, be invincible. I still can't play Frostbite yet, so it's gotta stay in my hand, but it's fine because it's good for the matchup. What do I want to play here? I could just play Blank Ashe, and that's probably fine. Blank Ashe pretty much guarantees that Zed hits face.
I will unite the Freljord.
If you have Culling Strike, I don't care. How have I been doing? I am 8-4 in ranked, and I am 3-0 in 3-0 or 4-0 in expeditions so far. Okay, this is a really, really, really good hand, or a really good turn, I should say. This gets frozen. You cannot block both Zeds. This can die. I mean, I guess it'll survive Zed, but Zed's gonna level up, and Ashe is gonna be hit in the face for 5. You're gonna take 8 damage without some kind of kill effect. Get a bunch of mushroom clouds I don't care about. Okay, you can finally block my stuff, but that still costs you a... That's wrong. I mean, you have Mystic Shot in this, right? This deck has Mystic Shot, probably. So I guess Ashe is gonna take 2 damage, but I don't care. it's still going to cost you 2 cards.
Jinx stands for Jinx.
I'm so far ahead right now. Okay, so we're going to play Avarosan Sentry to be a blocker. I don't know if I care about Stalking Wolf, but I want to bank mana otherwise. I could play Blank Jeweled Protector and buff Greenglade Duo, but I really like Avarosan Sentry to block this. So we always sent... We could also Life Blade, but that's not very good. If we always Sentry...
These old eyes still see far and clear.
And the next round is 6+ something. If I bank all my mana, I can use Harsh Winds and Ashe's Flash Freeze. But I can also simply Stalking Wolf and have 6+1. Do I care about Stalking Wolf right now? I don't. I'll bank the mana. Expedition is the limited draft game mode. 4 XP to level. Zed's already 2.
The answer is
That's really strong.
somewhere.
Okay, goodbye Zed 2. I mean, he is just relentlessly getting rid of all of his cards. Right, Loves Up Jinx, which is powerful, obviously. I can't save him. There's no way. Okay, goodbye. Z2 doesn't matter anymore. We still have some good freezing. We could spend at most 3 mana here.
We're doing it.
I think that means that we probably play Stalking Wolf, because Stalking Wolf can block this 3/3 and kill it. 3 cards, no mana. Stalking Wolf into Harsh Winds is pretty strong here. Is there a better play? I don't think so. I can't get 3 attack otherwise. So Stalking Wolf can kill him. Ashe can kill her. He can kill one of those. The 4/4 hits me in the face. I don't care. And because we kill Jinx, you're not going to draw any more cards. Now my opponent might still have 2 other copies of Jinx in hand somewhere. And if they do, Ashe dies and I'm really sad. But not this round. And actually, next round is going to be 7. Yeah, they can just barely play Jinx plus get excited. Wow, really?
These are our lands.
You're really afraid of Jinx dying. I mean, you're right to be afraid of that. So we double freeze here. We keep these units alive. My opponent's going to draw 2 more cards at start of round, so they've now got a card engine going. I have 2 freeze effects available, and Ashe will level up off of them. I don't quite have lethal is the sad thing. Okay, so if I do this, we freeze her, and then I could have used a freeze to kill Snowhair. But that's not lethal. My opponent has some cards, and some of them can be very scary. If they have Get Excited, they have Get Excited. Like, I can't play around literally everything in the game. So let's do Protector into late Lifeblade. Is that correct? Okay, what is my line of play in this game? I could play like really heavily into Elusive, and that can win me the game, right? Greenglade Duo into Lifeblade into. I can't play Flash Freeze on top of that, but I have another Ashe, so actually it's pretty worthwhile to like wait to find like kind of let Ashe die, just play Ashe again. That's actually pretty valuable. So let's play Duo. I don't mind another Stalking Wolf. But the slower this game goes, the more my opponent draws cards, and the worse it gets for me. I need to pressure as soon as possible and get ahead. Like, theoretically, Stalking Wolf plus Highwayman puts, like, more tokens on the board and buffs her. This is the turn where I'm not sure I played this right. This is a round where there's probably a good way to find lethal, and I didn't find it. Alright, so she's dead. That sucks. That just happens. That's just life. He's a 5/2. That's rough. Ashe now actually dies to the Snowhair, which sucks. I think we play Lifeblade. Would we play second Stalking Wolf? I think we play second Stalking Wolf because then we can like challenge everything. No, Ashe still dies to everything that gets played. Damn, that sucks. I don't want to play too slowly. Like, here's the problem. I don't want to play too slowly because he's drawing 2 cards around, and Jinx herself is scary. Ashe levels up if I use a Frost effect. That's the big thing. Is I can let the defense come in and then use the frost afterwards. So I think we Stalking Wolf.
Quickly now.
Well, I guess we switch, right? We do it that way so the healthier one lives. There's gonna be an annoying little 1 health snow hare, but I can just flash freeze, I don't know, that. This levels up Ashe and she lives. I have no way of making these snow hares kill Jinx is the only problem, which is annoying, but that has to be the play, right? What about this? Hold on. Let's try something else. Let's try this.
The time is right. Strike now. As the arrow flies.
Okay, I think this is the right play.
I'll lead us to victory.
I'm not sure it is, but I'm trying it this way. I'm getting rid of the snow hares, using the wolves to block, and letting Ashe get through for 6 every time, because now nothing can block here. My opponent does have a lot of damage on board. But if I stabilize at all, Jewel Protector and a Kinku Lifeblade just like wins the game outright. And I have Crystal and they know it. So they have to play instantly. Like, they have to open swing, or I like automatically win with all my freeze effects. If they play like pretty much any unit, I probably always win. That's a good one. Yeah, so now my next Ashe is somewhere in my deck. But this is fine. Crystal Arrow removes all power from my opponent's board. They only have 3 mana to summon units with. And if they do, I can play something, you know, to survive anyway. And we're going to have Jewel Protector make this a 5 damage lifelink elusive. So it's going to outright win me the game. Icy Yeti's also very good. 2 damage is fine. Protect with the Lifeblade. That's fine. I don't think Highwayman's useful here. We can play after the summon. Okay. Yep, we pass. Theoretically, Ashe Lifeblade is a decent play. Wild Claw is not lethal. Lifeblade heal for 5 seems really good here. Is Wild Claw better? No. There's like no way it's better. We're going to use these as blockers. This too. These can both just be blockers. 5/6 life is going to be really good though. This can kill that. These can chump block these. 5 health is really, really big for me. I should still be winning, but man, this card engine is so good. They got there so fast. It's a really good play. Really, really good play.
This is a no-fly zone.
Because the one run she didn't attack with it because like, hey, what if they have freeze effects? And I did, and it was really big deal. Okay, so I would have to block on board, but I have chump blockers. I can play both these things and it's fine.
Carve a path.
That's fine.
The trap is set.
I don't actually love this very much because I don't really care about a 1 mana 5/5. Like, it's fine, but if you don't have another elusive unit, though, this kills you the round after next. So as long as this stays alive and I'm not dead, this wins me the game. So I really care about this play. Is there an AI-only campaign? You can play AI games, but there's not a campaign to it. That is a great play. Wow, that is a really, really strong card. Well, let's play our chump blockers. Alpha Wild Claw and Icy Yeti can still do a lot of work for me. We'll play Wild Claw at the end of my opponent's round, and then I'll play Icy Yeti and swing. My opponent has to block mostly everything, and most of them I mean, this one will lose all of its power. You know, I don't. If my opponent summons something start of round, I don't mind Icy Yeti first and just make the attack do nothing. That way I can kind of go a little bit wider without having to chump block as much, and that way I can like get in for this like 1 or 2 chip damage. Because Wild Claw's gonna get over the top on something, right? Wild Claw's gonna go over the top on something my opponent has. More card engine. Cards left 17. Like they've outdrawn me. Yeah, cards left 15 versus cards left 22. They're like, yeah. I mean, there's so many cards up on me. It's actually absurd. All right, what's this play? Yeti will freeze 2 things. Stun enemies with 4 or less power. Holy moly. That is a good play. Icy Yeti is good too, though. What a play. They found answers. I have to block something. I'll probably just kill the 5/4. I don't want to die to Jinx for free. Get single target stun here. Do you have, like... Okay. Nuke Nexus for 3. That's honestly fine. Ah, he's going to challenge with a 5/5, and I'm going to be sad. Okay, so then Green Glade Elder comes down. If you have another one, I pretty much lose the game. If you have another one, I lose the game. Wow. I lose. Too many cards. My opponent had too many cards. I could not get through in time. Remember like 4 rounds ago when I said, you know, there's something here that I'm just not quite doing right, and I know it. I could have found more damage. That was the breaking point. Really well played. Really, really well played by my opponent. That was a really, really nice game. Absolutely well done. Trapper down for Twin Disciplines. I think that's absolutely the right call. Mentor out for no. Recall out for wild. Oh yeah, I haven't even seen Recall this entire game. I don't think I think Recall's fine because it would like save a champion at some point. So, Trapper for Disciplines I think is correct though. Go for all 7 games. You go until you lose 2 in a row or win 7. So you play somewhere between 2 and like 13 games on the run. But you also get 2 expedition runs per buy-in. Okay, so mono. Ooh, this is a very good deck. Okay. There's probably a lot of ephemeral synergy here. I love all these cards. I think we keep all of them. I think I should have tried to find more ways to damage Jinx. And went for more direct challenges. Okay, so we buff Ashe here, right? This gets her out of range of most direct damage spells. Do you play 40k? You nicknamed your Sisters of Battle Nuns of Damage. I love that. But no, I do not play 40k. But I understand the reference, and I think that's awesome. So, I don't want to give him a spider because I know Elise is in the deck. Do I care about when death effects trigger, though? Kind of, but right now it doesn't matter. I think we just like leave it. I don't really care. I think we leave his board wide. It's entirely possible my opponent runs out of space. Okay, so I think we go Green Glade Duo because I'm actually pretty happy with my other plays. Green Glade Duo just gets in for 2.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
Yep, there's the Elise. We knew it was going to happen.
You've no idea.
Easy hit. So here's the weird part now, though, is Crawling Sensation likely exists in my opponent's hand somewhere. And am I casting this weekend? I am. I am casting this weekend. I'm casting on Saturday and Sunday. I don't want to kill any units because Crawling Sensation exists. I wish I had some way to get 1 more power on this unit, though. So I could actually block Elise and then Frostbiter. But we're just going to take the 4. It's going to hurt. But we have to do it. We play Sentry.
Can see the Nebastian border from here.
We will play Omen Hawk. And then we will just attack with Ashe. Actually, I should have really considered not playing Sentry here. And just played Omen Hawk blank. Bank 2 mana. Ashe on 4, double Brittle Steel. So here I'm going to not play Omen Hawk because I want to have 1 Brittle Steel open. So we end the round. We go to round 4. We play Ashe top of the round. Nothing is big enough to stop Ashe. That's for sure true. Stalking Wolf would have been pretty cool as well, but I don't think it's the right play to go for it right now. We don't really have the time, but I have Brittle Steel. She doesn't gain health when she levels up. She becomes a 4-3. So I can still Brittle Steel her. Now, it is entirely possible my opponent has Black Spear in hand. That seems likely. Don't have a favorite deck yet. I really like Ephemeral aggro. Ephemeral is... I think my 2 favorite decks are Ephemeral, like just Hecarim decks in general, and Ezreal, Ashe, Frostbite, Control. But it's like also half aggro because you're running Ashe, and Ashley wants to actually physically attack on board. Okay, that's fine.
We've made the most of you.
She hasn't leveled up yet. I don't really care about him dying. Like, it's fine. We can just drop Elise to 1 health. But maybe it's correct to not. We freeze him. She's a 2-3. And she would hit my Frozen Sentry, so I don't love it. But can't block both. Elise could go there, which lets me Avalanche. She goes there. I can threaten Avalanche, and then this would only trade equally, which is fine. This seems totally reasonable. Okay, cool. Trading both spiders is fine with me, because it means Elise isn't going to level up anytime soon. I mean, she might. You might have double clawing sensation, but I'm getting rid of some tokens, and I'm happy with that. Totally down for this. Not letting me draw a card, I understand. Now Crawling Sensation is playable. She's exactly 1 of the spider. We're in an okay spot. Copy of an ally that died this game. Could be Butcher, could be a Spiderling, could be... it's a Spiderling. Okay, that's probably actually the worst single card it could have been. Although maybe Butcher is worse, but not great either way, right? Alright, so we are winning. I would argue that we are winning right now. My Brittle Steels are still useful. So is my Spirit's Refuge. Stalking Wolf will let me kill Elise in about a round. Elise will not level up until my turn. At least. Yeah, if you just lock your phone from Twitch, it'll play the audio. Twitch plays through locked phone. If you ever want to go for that audio-only experience, you know? That's fine. But again, keep in mind, this isn't really that big of a deal for me. Okay, so I want to be able to bank some of the mana, right? So if we let the attack go through... Actually, if we play exactly 1 unit, it lets us kill with her. That's actually pretty useful. So we get Omen Hawk, and Omen Hawk can just chunk block the 7/7. Maybe the 2/1 could as well. It's enough mana that can Spirit's Refuge and Brittle Steel in case something gets weird. Do I want to draw a card here? I think I do. I think it's more important that I draw a card. Because I'm very low on good options. That's a great card. I like that a lot. Okay. We Stalk Wolf because Stalk Wolf can kill Elise. We freeze the 7/5. We challenge Elise. And we look good overall. Crawling Sensation, she's going to level up and that doesn't matter at all. Not really. We say, okay. Your board is full, which is also fine with me. So I really don't care what you have. You have your 3 spiders. We pass. Elise levels up.
Let me change into something more comfortable.
Alright, here we go. We challenge that. That gets frozen. Your blocks aren't amazing on the opposing side. We could go for the open Stalking Wolf. The summon would just kind of fizzle against the ground. I mean, what would my opponent do for 9? Not a lot of great stuff, but this attack is already good, so I don't want to open up other options. We get to freeze the Crocolith. Couple of chump blocks. 2 damage comes through. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze her. Keep the wolf alive. Ashe is at 3 XP. Looks pretty good. She's gonna get Black Spirit. I'll Spirit's Refuge it. We are technically equal on card count, but my cards are better. Scuttlegeist is a great card. Okay. Jewel Protector should come down. They can still afford Black Spear. This costs 9 and I have 8. Do I care that much? I don't think I care that much. I can't float that much mana, can I? That seems very wrong. But maybe I can. This 4/4 doesn't do anything, right? It's not useful in any of these blocks right now. So I think I'll wait. Okay, my opponent doesn't have Black Spear, they would have cast it. But I can Spirit's Refuge or Flash Freeze to make Ashe win a battle. That's pretty useful. I'll take 5. I will freeze you.
The time is right. Strike now.
We kill the 7/5. Ashe is almost leveled up. I don't care about this 2/1 right now. I'm low, but I'm ahead on board again. We know they don't have a direct damage nuke because they would have used it last round. If they do out of nowhere, that's just absurdly lucky. So we're going to go ahead and play this. Like, they would have to top deck direct damage to kill Ashe here. Because they didn't have it last round. Ashe was available to be killed and they didn't do it. That could have been a lot worse. Okay, so that's a good Rasa. It kills those 2. Fair enough. I'm still ahead, though. We're going to go ahead and play our Stalking Wolf, who's gigantic. And now we have a value engine, right? We have another value engine here. Did you top deck Black Spear? You didn't. Crawling Station's fine. I don't care about that card. Okay. Because now we can Ashe Stalking Wolf to start killing things off. Second Stalking Wolf doesn't really help me here. I can attack a Spiderling. I don't really care. But what would they play at start of round anyway? Harrowing? I guess if they played Harrowing, I would care. I can't possibly just, like, play around exactly that, though, right? Or Ruination, sorry. It has to be correct to play Stalking Wolf. Like, it has to be. Does it have to be? Let's play Risk Averse. Actually, wait, we can just do it that way. The wolf lives anyway. Then the 4/4 is good. Yeah, this is way better. Okay. Is lethal on board. Ashe levels up. 0 power minions can't block. I'm just like, I don't know what card they could possibly have in hand, but this is already a good play for me. Like, this is already a winning position. So, all right, we're going to take the heal for 7 and keep this healthy. This seems like the right play here. This is heal for 7 and keep 5 health on my wolf. That's really good. Also, by taking this line, it guarantees that I have Enchanted Crystal on top of my deck, which, you know, sometimes it matters. We're going to play Stalking Wolf in case they have Rasa, number 2. Well, they can't play it right now, so it doesn't matter. Rasa, like, wins games. Like, it's a 2 for 0. It's, like, absurd. It's very good and constructed, too, don't get me wrong. Nope, no more resets. Resets are done. No more. 7-5 Fearsome is scary. But I have Crystal Arrow. If you don't instant attack, I can Crystal Arrow you. Yep, there you go. Down to 2 life. Obviously, you need to block something. Shadow Walls doesn't have 2 direct damage. They only have 3 direct damage. This is fine. I can do this every single time because who cares? Nothing changes here. This clears most of the board. We can direct challenge Rasa next round, and that's lethal. So let's get rid of all the chump blockers. If they have Rasa, they have Rasa. This will be the only thing that lives. I think the only way I win is if they found Rasa. The only way I lose is if they have Rasa. The only way they win is if they have a card. This will be the only thing that lives. We pass. What's the card? Crawling Station. Not that important. We say okay. We pass. What's in the hand? What aren't they playing? Because I think if they had Ruination, they would play it and then play Spiders. Because I'm very clearly ahead. Is this Scuttlegeist? Is this... What is this? I love that this draws me a card. This is so useful. What spell do you have that you're considering playing? Is it more Spiders? It's Glimpse. Okay. Understandable. Trying to find a champion. They found one Elise and I found one Ashe, right? There's the Vengeance. Arguably, I mean, yeah, it's the right play. She's gonna provide the most value for sure. Okay. Go to the top. We know we have Crystal Arrow. We Crystal Arrow instantly. Actually, do we play the Elder to... I think we just always Crystal Arrow here. Because we draw a card to find some options. Alright. What's up, Kite Pyro? Are those still your computer specs? I don't know, maybe. Probably not. I haven't updated that in the longest time. I know that's like a 6-minute old, question, but... We're doing our best, okay? We're doing our very best. Mark of the Isles. Ooh, it's not gonna be caught out. That's a cute play. I mean, it's gonna die. I mean, all this did was it allowed it to block a unit that was gonna get killed anyway. Like, this forward is gonna die to that card. Well, okay, I guess not because... Alright. I don't care about playing Green Glade Elder, so I guess we just, direct challenge and kill this. My opponent has 1 card left. And this is gonna die, so it's gonna have only a 2/3 and 1 card in hand. Not a lot of good options for my opponent right now. Cool. I Crystal Arrowed. That's actually a pretty good card. We can recall this and get some value. That's a good card. Recalling this right now? Maybe? Probably not, actually. We'll wait. They can attack. I'll freeze them both. Then we'll do stuff. Then we'll do shenanigans. That's cool. Not up to level Hecarim, but still cool. Oh, this is going to be close, actually, because it's going to be... Okay, I need to actually play Green Glade Elder, don't I? Because we're going to... They have to leave, what, this back? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this 4. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm really close to dead. Okay, so we have to play this chump blocker for sure. This has to exist.
Traditions are lost if not.
And I am... Actually, those actually both have 4 attack. I'm gonna be fine, just barely, but ouch. So we obviously go here. And I'm dead by 5, right? So some of that... Oh, actually, none of that is the overwhelm. So we have to freeze like everything we possibly can. So we freeze you. We freeze you because I want to save health. Saving health is correct, I'm pretty sure. We go here and recall to keep the unit alive because value matters now. Okay. Now we're at 3 life. Do I brittle steel for 2? Is brittle steel worth 2 life? The answer is probably yes. What else am I going to use it for? No. Let's leave a combat trick in hand. 3 to face is not that likely for my opponent. The game is roughly openly available. Okay, my opponent has turned off auto pass for some reason. There are literally no playable cards in hand. Nothing can be done about this, and yet they have turned off auto pass and are sitting there watching the fight play out. Why? Alright. Grasp plus spear are minion only. That is, as far as I can recall, that is an accurate statement. Now, sadly, Joe Picker has no targets, which kind of sucks. Please find a unit. That's a unit. That's great. Alright. Buff Navori Blade Scout. If this isn't a kill effect or a summon, I'm in a really good spot. Because I have 8, 9, and then this 7. Now I'm going to just direct challenge the Soul Shepherd. If it's Ruination, I am so sad, by the way. I think they would have Ruination if possible, is the thing. So I can only get 9 damage here. Oh, they know I have a unit. Oh, actually, they know I have a... No. No. I am not playing around top deck Ruination. There is no way this is the right play to play around top deck Ruination. It just can't be the right play. I'm making this challenge because I have to. Like, they will manually block this anyway. And if they have weird-ass shenanigans, let's just not allow that to happen. Like, if they're going to Vengeance this and then block the 1/1, I don't want to let that happen. Okay, so I mean, they did it with Glimpse instead, but, like, it's the same thing. Can you kill with Brittle? It just freezes something. It doesn't do anything otherwise. If I attack Scuttlegeist, I can block that. Elise can be blocked as well. Thankfully, I have 2 different things I can actually just outright kill the Scuttlegeist, but those are 2 really good draws. Also, if they draw Hecarim, I pretty much lose the game. This is almost unplayable, but it's going to have to come down. That's actually quite good. We have enough units to block everything. We have enough units to kill everything. We are ahead here. We are winning. We are fine. That's the correct play. That has to go here. We block everything, and we freeze Elise. I will have power left over on board, and I will win the game with it. Attacking with everything is just the correct play. My opponent has 0 combat tricks. Saving this Brittle Steel, right? Being at 5 life wouldn't have helped. Keeping this alive wins me the game. I mean, these would have gotten through anyway, but it's still the right play. There is no other possible play my opponent can make. These are trades that go up. So we save the health, and just to help make sure, we freeze her. We keep the 5 attack on board. There maybe was a top deck they could have had, but probably not. Grasp wouldn't have saved them. Daily PvP win bonus 400 XP. It finally turned on. Bunch of XP. Got some Ionian cards, which will open after the draft is over. Refuge for Rhyme Thing? That could be a great play. Yeah, let's do Refuge for Rhyme Thing. Refuge has been useful, but I like Rhyme Thing a lot here. Because I'm getting that freeze synergy going, right? So we're at 5. We're almost there. Waiting for the email to let you in. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Okay. Ezreal, Teemo, Garen. That's not the best synergy, obviously. This is a fine 1-2. This can actually defend Teemo in some cases. Although I'll play it and they just won't play Teemo on 1. Or they just won't block with Teemo on 1. But then Stalkwolf comes out and I can kill Teemo with that. I don't think Rhyme Tusk is useful here. Let's find my better cards. This is fine. This is great. Now I'm considering skipping Navori so that I have a freeze effect for when I attack with Zed. That's probably the correct play, actually.
Don't worry.
That's fine. I don't care. I want to save this so I can Brittle Steel to protect Zed on 3. Because I'm attacking on 3, so I have very, very few playable cards. I could also Greenglade Elder on 3, then 4, then this on 5. Okay, so here we go. We Stalking Wolf, and we Brittle Steel to keep that dead. That will be really powerful for me. I know you don't have any mana. This is the better kill. This trades up 1 mana for me. And now I don't have the Zed protection, but I think it's okay. So now, am I going to play the slow game or am I going to play Zed on 3 and just like swing for the fences? I think Zed on 3 is fine. Zed on 3 wins the board. There is almost nothing my opponent can have aside from Mystic Shot that's good here. Mystic Shot's fine, right? Mystic Shot will do just what it wants to do, but... yeah, okay, they can still Mystic Shot, but...
Oh, that's a good one.
but we kill the wolf, or we kill the hare, and if you have Mystic Shot, you have Mystic Shot, you know? That's fine, if you have it, you have it. It's likely to have Mystic Shot in the deck. Cool, so I killed a free card. Now that card costs 0 mana, but I'm up a card. And now they are on a very quick clock to kill Zed. Because Zed will start to take over this game. Greenglade Elder is going to buff 3. Actually, it's going to buff 4, which is good. We don't have to play Navori yet. So, Hickther is saying that he didn't get an email, but he's got access. So, yeah, everyone can try. I'm not sure it's going to work. Why don't your channel points have a freaky name yet? Because I haven't spent the time to update my stream. Like, streaming is you know, the secondary hobby, right?
No greater gift than knowledge.
But, I mean, you know, I want to have a cool stream that people enjoy watching. Might as well just take this. I'm still up by a card. And I have some really good plays here, right? Like, I will probably hold Navori, because I don't really care about swinging for 3 next round. I want to get more value out of Greenglade Elder, even if that means just buffing this guy. That's a good play. Okay, we're equal on cards again. I mean, these cards are a little bit weak, but they're still getting some extra value. That's great. We play this on 5, not on 6 is probably correct. It's going to make this hard to kill. That is a big Alpha Wild Claw. My opponent might have Detain. That would make things tough. But without Detain, they're not going to have the mana to kill it with the spend your mana, nuke everything. So it's not going to be too bad. I might jump block here to not take 5. It's debatable. I'll make this trade though. 3-3 for the 3-3 is fine because the rest of my hand is very good. Okay. That's perfect. Blade Scout's going to be good here. Blade Scout now blocks Ezreal from doing anything. If you want to miss a shot, they can miss a shot, but then, you know, then they had a removal spell. Like, sometimes they have removal. Will Wild Cloud start of round? That should be fine. If they have the Tane, they can cast it whenever. That's fine, I'll still do it. We Green Glade Elder here. This fights the 3-2. This still fights the 3-3. I'll chump block the Ezreal. Like, if it hits Nexus, I take 2. If it hits Nexus, I take 1. It's a pretty easy choice. I don't care about this. We'll leave the Green Glade Elder back for later. There's probably something scarier down the line that I have to deal with. My opponent's going to have 7 plus 3. Just not enough to kill Wild Claw. So, thankfully, Wild Claw will live. Let's save the spell mana. I don't care about Starlit Seer right now. Or do I? Do I want Starlit Seer right now? What's it going to do for me? Pretty much nothing. I think we can just hold on to it. Next round, I'm going to have 7 plus 3 or 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1. Blank Wild Claw's probably fine. I think we just make the spell mana. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Wolf kills Ezreal? I can't play Wolf, though. This had to be played to be the blocker. And I can't get both these down next round anyway. I'm in no rush to kill Ezreal, so... Okay. This is Wild Claw. Slam it. Hit him with the +5/+5 Wild Claw on 7. There are do not exist minions that are this big in my opponent's deck. This is not possible. What's up, Buddha Senpai? I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Okay, that's a good card. You can, like, my opponent can get their defenders in through that, right? They can challenge this 3-1, who's not elusive anymore. But Rhymefang can do it later. So okay, on this goes. Vanguard cover obviously just dies. These only stop 1 damage, so there's not really any good blocks here. Detain exists. Detain happened. Understandable. Have a nice day. That's actually still okay, though, because I have another Wild Claw. Yeah, it's not going to keep its buffs, but there's a card for a card. I went down 1 mana, but I have Wild Claw, Ashe, and Rhymefang Wolf. Oh, this is so good. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take 6. That's fine. We skip block. Okay. If my opponent has 2 missing shots, I'm very sad. 2 missing shots hurts me a lot. But if they have it... Let's see. We're going to go... Starlit Seer, Ashe. Wait, okay, so we can go Wild Claw, Starlit Seer. Next round, Ashe, Rhymefang, and knock this down. Starlit Seer takes 2 missing shots to kill. Rhymefang Wolf takes even more. Or sorry, Alpha Wild Claw takes even more. So... Let's... Yeah. Let's just throw down the Wild Claw. And my opponent should probably think I don't have any... Okay, they had something to play. That's actually pretty good. That's fine. We play both. We have max spell mana banked anyway, so we can just play, you know, to pure mana efficiency. They're going to start playing their Mystic Shots now.
I've brought my books. Hope that's all right.
Books? Boring.
I love it. You like the beard? Thanks, Robin. So there's the Mystic Shot. Okay. Alright, we're doing okay here. We're doing okay here.
Count on me.
Cool. So now I know it's in your hand. That actually makes me feel a lot more comfortable about this game now. We're going to get a lot of value in a second, unless we get really unlucky. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can play everything. So we're going to do that. We're going to play everything. There are very few options my opponent actually has here. Because there's only 2 cards in hand. And one of them is that. Wow, they got it. Oh my gosh, that's so powerful. Okay, well, they have a card. Rhymefang is the least important one. So if they have, like, Thermogenic, you know, go for it. This lets me, like, you know, grab Ezreal by the teeth and just kill it. But Ashe freezing things is massive. All right. Whoops. We good? Okay, we're good. Cool. So here's the attack with basically everything. We go here. That gets frozen. It dies. We get value. We get the 7/6 back. The 3/3 is fine everywhere. The 5/3 of Ashe is going to die, but I don't care. The 7/4 can die to the 4/3 also. I don't really care. Like, yes, my opponent can get some value trades, but I get to drop this down to get my 7/6 back. This is a great attack on board. There's no really bad blocks. There's only equal blocks. So we're swinging for the fences here. They have a card. If it's second detain, I'm really sad.
Can't get through this way.
This can block Ashe. Yep.
I steal.
These get through unless they want to use Ezreal to kill the 4/1. Next round, keep in mind that Ezreal wins. Yeah, so now he has more Mystic Shot targets. Ezreal, yeah, is correct to not go for anything here. I get my 7/6 back, and we mostly traded pretty well on cards. Right, so Detain no longer exists, and that died for free. Everything else is a 1-for-1, basically. So, look at us. Look at us. Who'd have thought? Not me. Is there a card that does damage from the bench? Yes. Shadow Isles is a card called... Ooh, this is going to be pretty good play. I'll be fine, but it's going to hurt. Stump works, so... Am I dead? Not quite. I'm not quite dead, but it's really close. Because they can make something elusive and give it 3 more power. Let's just entreat now.
An auspicious season.
Ezreal's going to get through, and something with 6 power is going to get through. I'm going to be at 1 life. Well, that's not true, because Ezreal's going to hit for 4 with a Mystic Shot for 2, or I block something for 6. Either way, it's like, I'm so close to dead.
Stand strong.
I'm at 1 life in either case. And if they have any more direct damage, I'm actually just dead.
I will unite the Freljord.
3-1 Archer deals 1 damage on play. That's fair. Shadow Isles has Phantom Prankster, which when a unit dies, deal 1 to the Nexus. So it just sits there in the back line and just does damage to stuff as you fight. This is Expedition. So Stump works at 6/6.
I don't miss.
They have a card. If it's plus attack, I'm so sad. No! Come on! Come on, really? Those are like the perfect cards, and they even RNG'd the card draw. Come on! Oh, man. Alright, well, that's GG. I didn't play WoW PvP. I never once in my life did. Alright.
Firing.
That is actually 2 perfect top decks.
That's gotta hurt.
Man, that's rough. That sucks.
Hang on, son.
I was good at Warcraft 3. I was not good at WoW. So what's funny is it turns out, if instead of challenging the 5/5 tough, I challenged Ezreal, that was going to remove one of his outs. I have no way of knowing that, and honestly, getting the 7/6 back is better in more cases. So I don't think I made a bad play. It just ended up that I lost because of, you know, the way the cards lined up. I think I want to keep Entreat over Battle Fury. Entreat is good. Third Brittle Steel is not needed, so let's just skip. All right, we're at 5-2, I guess. Thank you for the grubby emote. I appreciate you. Draven, Lucian, Vladimir. Okay. Drop you, keep you, drop you. I don't actually even love this that much. It's maybe one of my weaker cards. I don't think it was correct to chase down Ezreal more often than I did. I don't think so. Thinking about all the plays, what was available, just like even in retrospect, like even though Ezreal was part of the reason I died, I don't think chasing down Ezreal was needed. I think it just, the game ended up being a certain way. All right, let's just play this so I can just swing for 2 damage next round.
Quietly.
I don't care about challenging and sentry and stuff right now. Let's just swing. Open attack start of round. If my opponent has a 2-drop.
Closing in on the mark.
Maybe Stalking Wolf is correct here. Because I get a Stalking Wolf whatever, like, the summon. And then Blade Scout can maybe fight whatever my opponent plays. There's like a chance it's actually correct. Cool. Yeah, we'll take it. Now, 1 damage to all fighting units exists here, but it would mean that Stalking Wolf wouldn't die. So I still get the 2 damage, and I get to develop a 3/1 Challenger. That seems decent. Yeah, this was correct. All right, what are they gonna play? Draven is what, a 3-drop, and a very scary one at that, but I can Brittle Steel it.
The party has
Now the unfortunate thing is, even if I freeze him, he will just simply use Spinning Axe and kill me anyway. So at most, I Avaros and Sentry. Which, like, you know, sure, why not? Actually, new Stalking Wolf has 2 health. Which is enough to make him have to do more than just Spinning Axe. I'm okay to take that chance. I'm also okay using the 2-1 to kill this 1/1. Because then my three attacks go undisturbed. There are still tools that my opponent can use to survive, but that's a mistake. That's a mistake. That hurts you a lot. What'd you discard? You discarded Might. Give an ally 3/0 Overwhelm. That's a really big mistake. Actually, there's no way to gain only... Well, no. There's ways to deal 1 damage. Let's do it this way. There's ways to ping for 1 damage. But imagine they kept Might, you know? I mean, they probably have another copy or something, but... This plays around Blade's Edge and things like that. But if they have, like, another Might or something, they can still get me. So, okay, there you go. There's Brothers Bond. They found a way. That's okay, though. Honestly, it's fine. They got to draw one of their Spinning Axes. They still discarded a card, though. I mean, I guess they went up in card value overall. It was a good play. Alright, we're gonna, what, empty swing on Draven here? Maybe play the 2-1? Harsh Winds is good, but it's good down the line. Let's just do this and see what happens, I think. Yeah. Once he strikes the second Spinning Axe, he gets big. But for now, he's not gonna. This is fine. Chase down Draven. They need a way to kill this or have, like, Whirling Death. Do you have Whirling Death? This is probably Whirling Death. Alright, level up Draven. Well played. And sadly, this is too expensive.
For the money makers.
Yeah, I should have considered playing Avaros and Sentry to try to bleed cards out of my opponent's hand. Or it could be like Radiant Strike and he, you know, has enough health. Okay, there's Whirling Death. That's fine. Alright, so Draven levels up. So, like, it is, you know, in that case it's card for a card. But he is discarding part of his hand to do all these things, right? Vanguard Redeemer is gone. He had discarded Vision before. Draven's very, very good, but I still have tools. The major problem is my tools don't have enough power to kill him anymore.
Push back the darkness.
Alright, there's Lucian.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Man, we're 4 rounds in and he's already found ways to get his Draven leveled up. Like, that's really impressive stuff. Like I said, I really should have considered trying to find ways to bleed my opponent out of cards. And played Sentry and played Stalking Wolf, trying to get my opponent to drop things down. So they didn't have enough mana to use everything else. That's what I should have done. I should have actually tried to bait cards out of my opponent's hand. Maybe he only plays Lucian and that's it, and we're still in that same spot. But I should have had that be an option.
In formation.
That's a good card. We'll play Kinku Lifeblade because I can lifesteal off of like Snow Hair or something. I only have 1 Spinning Axe. 11, 12, 13, only 14 damage right now, so I'm not dead. Everything is overwhelm, basically. We go here, and we consider this.
Ready the torches.
We consider this as drawing a card is useful. So Draven obviously outraces me, right? I mean, with Brother's Bond, he's got like a million attack. Normally he's supposed to be a 4/4, but he's a 6/4 because Brother's Bond. So he's getting damage in. This is healing me back up a little bit. This draws me a card. That's a good card. I don't have time to just play this and not Alpha Wildclaw. So Wildclaw needs to come down so I can have board control. Now, whatever I play, it's still the play, right? It's still Wildclaw, and like, you can still Spinning Axe to buff this enough to kill the Wildclaw, but this can at least go through. So we can challenge here. This heals for 2. Wildclaw trades with that with some Spinning Axes. I mean, it's like literally 1 Spinning Axe. Maybe I do slow play. Now, I need enough power, though, that I can kill this off, and I don't have that. So I think I have to Wildclaw. Consider passing and using Harsh Winds to win board control back. So let's try this. Let's hold Harsh Winds mana and see if, like, things happen. Right? Killing Lucian's worthwhile, and healing for 2 is worthwhile. So let's do this. Cool. So I'm okay with that trade. Alright, that's a 5/2. It's a good card. We play Wild Claw because it can challenge the board. That's a good card too. But we're generally okay. So my opponent only has 1 card that I don't know what it is. I mean, now 2, but whatever. Also worth noting, my opponent cannot possibly play all 3 Spinning Axes. That play doesn't exist for them. Okay. This is generally fine. This is actually totally winnable. Now, if I want to get really scared, I could block something else. But, again, my opponent has to find some way to get 6 power back on this guy. That's just not going to happen. So, in this case, I'd be dead. But I can Harsh Winds this to kill Draven. And then I Harsh Winds that to save my 2/2. I'll take 5, but I'm going to heal 2 back from this, so I'm going to be okay. Like, I'll be down to 5, but I'll go down to 7, actually. And the 2/2 stays alive. Ashe gains some XP, and I'm now winning on, like, I'll be winning on board, basically. So my opponent can use 2 Spinning Axes to have this kill the Kinku Lifeblade, but that means he has to discard, like, his entire hand. I'm okay with that. That's a pretty good place to be in. It can be hard to see Draven level up because you often have to proactively use Spinning Axe. And you're like, okay, I'm not dead.
Time for the money makers.
Discarded Draven biggest fan, that's fine. Okay, but again, I'm not dead here. Right? Like, you discarded 1 damage, put me at 4 life, and I don't care about being at 4 life. So, sure. You got me. I can heal for 2 every round. My 7/6 is really big. Now the question is, do I want to blank attack or am I afraid at all of what's in hand? If it's Decimate, I am afraid of what's in hand. If they literally top deck exactly Decimate, I need to swing before they play any cards. In general, I'm winning on board anyway, so this seems fine. This plays around maybe the only out they have because I think I'm winning by a lot right now. I don't care if they buff Crowd Favorite or Vanguard Cavalry and trade 1 for 1 here. Because I have units that I can play to, like, get my board state back. So this happens. Cards get played. It has enough power now. My opponent's out of all those other cards. They have whatever they top decked. And I can play enough units to survive on board. So.
Anything for the right coin.
Stun the weakest enemy. That's fine. Okay, so let's count mana. I want to play Greenglade Elder, because it's the cheapest card I can play, and whatever I play is going to get stunned anyway. I need to block Crowd Favorite, which means I probably want Jewel Protector, Avros, and Outriders in play somewhere. Now I can basically play 3+5. I can play Greenglade Elder into Jewel Protector, but I also have mana for Entreat, so I'm going to Entreat first and find a champion. I found Zed, that's fine. Greenglade Elder comes down, and that's the stun bait.
What would you wish to learn?
Cool, you did it, you're stun bait. Now we play Jewel Protector to make Zed gigantic. Jewel Protector comes down, and Jewel Protector is my chump blocker. Now Zed is too big to block. Whatever my opponent plays, I should be fine. So 1-1 gets stunned, that's okay. Challenging Wolf, whatever. What's my opponent's top deck? Draven, that's a good card. But, oh yeah, and its play, 2 Spinning Axes in hand. So we can have 6 power now. That's enough to kill Zed. That sucks a lot. That sucks a lot. So, here's a thing, right? So my 2/2 can block something. I can stop 6 damage and lifesteal. He has 11. Actually, not 11. He can't use both. He has 10 potential overwhelm power. So 4 plus something needs to block. I want to keep Zed alive, so I kind of want to play Outriders as the chump blocker. But Zed can just block Draven and live. So Zed can come down and it's fine. Zed cannot, on board, die to Draven. It is not possible. Because he can only use 1 Spinning Axe.
Axes coming right up.
So this always kills Draven. And these blocks more or less need to happen. A 5-1 and a 6-4. This gets stunned forever. I don't care. Draven, Lucian, Vladimir. Okay. Is there anything else I need to think about here in this round? I don't think so. I think I can just play my hand out after this combat. Use the Stalking Wolf to challenge the Overwhelm. And Zed's too big to get stopped. This should be completely fine. I don't see anything wrong with this. This preserves the most health. Two more Spinning Axes. That's annoying, but it's okay. I still think this animation is too long, but not the end of the world. This will continue to just sit there and get hit by the 6-4, and no one cares. Okay. I know it's in your hand, and you're going to figure out what's in mine in a second. Everything that I have is good. Am I going to get lucky? 2-1 odds? 2-1 odds. Got it. Cool. Alright, so Zed's gigantic. Zed is hard to block. We're going to Stalking Wolf challenge this 5-1. Is it worth playing Wild Claw on the top? You have a top deck. This beats everything in your deck. I mean, it should beat everything in your deck. Like, what could you possibly have that's better than this? You're already down 2 Dravens. You have 1 Lucian and 1 Vlad. How close is Vlad? Actually, does Vlad have to see you survive damage? I think that's true. So this is better than any play you could possibly have. Detain is already fast. I mean, this could stun half my board, but like... Yeah, I mean, anything that they have, though, is going to be at fast speed anyway. So if I do this, Zed kills whatever blocks him. And this lives. If I do this, it guarantees the 5-1 dies. Regardless, I have a crap ton of overwhelm damage. Actually, it's probably correct to do this because everything else is overwhelm. They don't have 16 life on board. But the risk-averse play is this, because they still don't have 16 life on board, they should still be fine. This is the risk-averse play. This gives me more room, this gives me more time to live in case something weird happens. Judgment exists. That would be really bad. But even with Judgment, this would still survive. Or at least it would kill whatever blocked it. If you top deck Judgment, good for you. Honestly, if you top deck Judgment, good for you. I'm not playing around 1 card that's not even guaranteed to be in your deck. Because Judgment is not offered in the Lucian packs. There's only 1 E in Judgment. This actually only stops 4 damage. This would stop 7. All right, cool. They found a way to get the kill. And I'm kind of glad I did this the way I think it did, right? So let me think. If I move this, if I put the 6/4 here, if I put the 6/4 there, I would have had lethal. Now I'm still in a game state where I'm ahead by a lot. Because here's the thing. I guess I would have had lethal. So there's a really compelling argument to be made that that was a misplay. But if there was some other weird way this would have happened, I wouldn't have killed his overwhelm. Or I wouldn't have killed a 6/1 that stuns people. So I'm not certain. Because also keep in mind, right? Like, even if I don't lethal that round, I'm still 99% to win the game anyway. So is that a problem? Is it a problem to lose 1% of the time? Or is it 2% of the time I would have lost because of some other reason? Because, you know, the 6/4 lives and then something else happens. Like, I'm not sure that was going to be wrong. All right. Seer out, flash freeze in is maybe the right play. I only have 1 flash freeze. I could use a second. I think yeah. I don't have enough spells for Rhyme Fang to be good anyway. Recall out yet again is maybe correct. Recall is very hard to make work. Mentor out, duo in, nah. Discipline's out for Rhyme Fang, no. Recall for Yeti is good though. We'll make that play. Blade Scout out for Brittle Steel. I don't want another Brittle Steel. Omen Hawk out for Outriders. I mean, it's 2-to-1 odds, but I still don't love it. Highwayman out for 3rd Harsh Winds is probably wrong. I'm not going for the Elnuck deck. Rhyme Tusk is fine. Sentry for Highwayman is wrong. Kinku for Starlit is wrong. Duo for Outriders. I don't want another Outriders. Entreat out for Yeti. Nah, I've actually been liking Entreat so far. Because I really want to keep finding copies of Ashe. And by the way, like my last 2 games or 3 games have had Ashe in them. I have 3 copies of Ashe. I'm not finding it. Okay. All right, final boss. Be right back 1 second. I'm going to go pee-pee. Alrighty, fellow gamers. Any info on Wild Rift I can say? I do not have any info to give. Let's go, final boss. Okay. Hello, Apfelschnaps. Wait. Apfelschnaps, yeah. Hallo Deutschland. Ich spreche keine Deutsch. Ich liebe Apfelsaft. Und Orangensaft? Ja. Okay, so. You always keep HED opening hand. We keep Ashe, we keep Brittle Steel. I don't like Highwayman. Flakusha. Alright, so we got Braum, Lux, and Nivea. Okay. Ooh, this is actually a pretty good 3. Alright, so I attack on odds. So I actually want to play Zed on 3 and instant swing. I don't mind Stalking Wolf here, but If I Stalking Wolf, does it matter? I mean, I might as well just Stalking Wolf, right? Just kill the 1/1. It's fine in all cases. 7-win hype. We can hope. We can certainly hope. This is actually a good play for me by a lot. So we let this happen. Yeah, obviously we don't do anything here. My opponent has, again, Braum, Lux, and Nivea. Cool. Pass. Alright, Zed has 1 mana to be protected with. That's just enough. We slam Zed. Braum can come down, but Braum's actually okay here. I don't mind that. We just challenge Braum with Stalking Wolf and make him lose units to Zed.
Will you comply? All right.
Play, remove, if you cast a spell this round, remove all text and keywords from an enemy follower. Nope. Okay. All of the blocks on Zed are bad. My opponent has 0 mana, so they must lose a unit. Stalking Wolf kills a 1/1 for free. The 3/3 would die to me anyway. And even if you did something kind of funny, I could still freeze you. But there's nothing that my opponent could possibly do here. They're gonna jump block once.
Search then.
Yep, that's the better play, just in case. I mean, with 1 mana, I can't deflect the ephemeral, but theoretically it is correct.
You'll go.
I think there's a world where, like, 1 mana recall sometimes matters, but... Okay, so we're fine here. Mild hype indeed. Mild hype indeed. I love you. Thank you, Demon Waffle. You're kind. Okay, so that's us. We end the round. We're in a good spot here. Okay. So my opponent summoned the Bull Elnuk on 4. Ancient Yeti actually contests it right away, which sounds really useful. I have all these Greenglade Elders that I'm not using, and honestly, I don't even care about this 4 damage right now. It doesn't actually matter. Here's what we're going to do, though. We're going to use Ashe, and Ashe is going to Frostbite this guy. So we banked just enough mana that I can still use Brittle Steel. But I kind of regret playing the Yeti here when I did. Like, yes, a 5/5 overall for 4 is awesome. It's a great card. It's very powerful. But I'm losing Greenglade Elder value rapidly. And that's a problem. When I attack, I deal 1 damage to all battling units. That's annoying. Okay, well, we know we freeze you. Do I just pull Tarkaz there? Probably, right? Just pull Tarkaz down. This 4/5 is gonna block Zed, but at least Ashe gets something done. Maybe we block the 3/3? That doesn't get any better. It means that the Ashe blocks aren't as good. But I can just freeze it anyway with Brittle Steel, so this is fine regardless. This means all the blocks on the Yeti aren't good. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Because that's going to die, but that's okay.
Ready the torches.
I trust my instincts.
That seems like the wrong ordering for you. You could have outright killed Ashe or Zed. The 4/5 on a Zed is like almost always correct. If they just simply switch this ordering, right? If they just switch these back and forth, it's the better play. It does the exact same things, except that I'm in a worse spot. You have 0 mana, I'm going to save Ashe. I might as well Brittle Steel this. Just save Ashe's life, why not? 1 mana for a free Ashe? Yeah, that sounds great.
Alert the village.
Stop there!
AI XP rewards are slightly lower, and they cap out faster, but like technically optimal 10-hour day gameplay is to play some AI games in addition to the PvP games. But if you're like fairly casual about the game and you just like it's just kind of fun to play, you get pretty well rewarded for playing like an hour and a half of AI a day. Like that's actually just totally fine. PvP is worth more XP though. It's a Steelos. I don't know. I can definitely lose. Your name is Pens in French, if you didn't know that.
The Vanguard stand as one.
All right, this will always draw me a copy of Ashe. I think I'd probably start putting these units down finally. Might as well, right?
Tales of our past are seeds for our future.
How's it going, big dick swinging? It's going well for me. I'm advantaged in this game. I am likely to go 7 wins in my first excursion, which is hype. That's hype. Moving up in the world.
To the field. Migo face.
Migo face. Oh, what a great line.
I will teach you.
This is a fine trade for me. If I want to freeze, I can kill some of this. So I can freeze. Oh, okay, here's the interesting thing, right? Is this doesn't actually hurt that at all, right? Does 0 damage there. This goes down to it being a 4-1. The problem is this will just automatically kill Stalking Wolf. Okay, so I can do. It's actually gonna hurt itself too, right? Yeah, it hurts itself. So it goes down to a 5-4. So I can do this and burn. Oh, I only have 1 freeze effect. But what would I rather kill? Probably this guy, right? Let's freeze it so that it lives, and then everything else is just like kind of injured. And Ashe is gonna freeze something when she attacks, so that she'll live for most fights. This should be fine. Ashe's flash freeze. Freeze this guy. Yeah. And again, I want to point out, this thing cannot die. I don't have enough power to kill that thing. Because it won't take 1 damage from Tarkov's Fury. So, chump block. Down it goes. Cool. Okay. Okay. Do we want a blank attack right now? I think the answer is yes. I can entreat to draw, and this is why I didn't play entreat earlier, by the way, partially, is it gives away that I definitely have Zed's spell or Ashe's spell in my hand, and it's burst speed, so I can do it whatever the hell I want. So we're gonna go ahead and knock this guy down. The 5/5 is frozen anyway. Now that doesn't mean I can kill Zed. I mean, theoretically, kind of, but it also kind of doesn't. I guess if we do this, this can't do anything to Zed, even though it doesn't get killed. But it means Zed gets through. They have to block 5 damage is the thing. Blocking 5 damage means they have to block Ashe or Ancient Yeti. Actually, it means they have to block exactly Ashe. They have to block exactly Ashe because there's otherwise they can't get rid of all the damage. Yes, they go to 1 life here. And in retrospect, I'm an idiot. Because if I entreated into getting Ashe's spell and freezing, these both would be can't block, and I would simply swing for lethal. And that would have been the better play. I wasn't counting Ashe XP, and that's on me. All right, I have used, I think, 2 Ashe's flash freezes now, so I still have 2 copies of Ashe in my deck. I was not focused enough on how to win that game. I did not think about just removing all the blockers. Also, in retrospect, if I had also thought about some of this a bit more, again, counting Ashe XP, what a great play. Wow, that's a really strong play. At least Zed levels up. At least I, you know, cost my opponent a card there, but... Okay, in retrospect, then that would have actually lived anyway, but... End the round, bank the mana, Greekblade Elder, buff maybe 1 more card. Let's draw a unit. Let's draw a unit. Oh, right, it can't be a unit until it's something else. But Crystal Lair is still useful. I don't mind using the Yeti to kill this, but also being overwhelmed is quite good. Challenger into hitting everything. Yeah. Alrighty.
Bring
LOR viewership is very top heavy.
shrouded world.
It's like 5k for Dog, 2.7k for Swim. Like Savitz and Kibler both have over 1,000, and then we drop into the hundreds like immediately. But I'm still the number 7 LOR stream, which I'm pretty happy about, in English at least. Alright, so are we going to freeze here? Do we care about freezing here? This won't freeze anything yet. I don't mind throwing my Yeti at this. But she's going to freeze Zed. Actually, I don't want her to freeze Zed. Let's just get chump blockers out. Well, let's see. If you attack, do I want to block? If you attack, do I want to block? Yes, so let's freeze. Then we'll develop afterwards. This will freeze my Ancient Yeti. Strongest enemy is this one. But it means Zed is alive and healthy and ready to go. The 3-1 can challenge and get rid of the 3-3. Okay, that's a good play. I don't get the card draw. At least they trade 1 for 1. So that was, I guess, kind of a 2 for 2.
Take a look at this.
Not a horrible play, not an amazing one.
Traditions are lost if not.
Alright, so my Yeti's frozen forever, but I can challenge it with a 3-1. And I can go wide here.
My friend and I are toll collectors.
There we go. We did it. Came for Phreak from World Season 1, got Phreak in his late 30s. Not late 30s, but sure. 2100 bonus XP, we won Expedition! We did it! We got 7 win. I think we lost twice. We got 2200 XP for that win. We're up to Vault level 6. Trial complete. Hell yeah. We got our 7 win runs. We're going to retire and claim. Let's see what we got. Expedition number 1. Champion Capsule, 3500 shards. Here we go. Icy Yeti, Captain Farron, Tarkaz, and an Ezreal. Okay. And 3500 shards.